Hello and welcome to A Cat in the Garden. There is no nutmeg today because it is currently 97 degrees outside, so that's a bit too hot for him. He really doesn't mind the cold, and he's really a trooper when it gets hot. He still goes outside in our yard, but it's just too hot to be taking him out to plant shops and transporting him in the car, so he's at home having a great time. But we are at Tillery Street Plant Company in South Austin, and if you follow this channel for a while, you've been here before. I absolutely love this place, and I still need a couple things for my garden. I had some things that didn't sprout. I have new beds that I need to buy stuff for, and I am on the hunt for dragon fruit. So if you do know anywhere in the Austin area that has full dragon fruit plants, not cuttings, please let me know. I need one more so that I can cross-pollinate. But enough of me talking. It's gonna get hot in this car in a minute, so let's go. Okay, we are here. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys the entrance, but it's super cute. And when you first walk in, it's kind of a mix of flowering annuals and perennials. I was just kind of looking because I do like to put flowers in between my vegetables and fruit plants sometimes. I thought that this purple salvia was super cute. It looked like one of the only ones. Most of them were red, so it caught my eye. I also really love lantana, and I noticed this variegated one. It wasn't blooming yet, but I mean, as a houseplant collector, getting any kind of variegated plant just makes me happy. So I stopped to look at that, and there was some really pretty coleus over here as well, and some eucalyptus. And I noticed over here these really pretty shell gingers. I actually had just bought one a couple weeks ago because I wanted it for my porch, but it was really nice to see them. And then when I turned around, I noticed this gorgeous Alocasia lutea. It was absolutely huge, definitely taller than me. I mean, I'm short, but still taller than me, and it was $120, which I feel like isn't a terrible price for something that big that isn't just your regular Alocasia or Odora or Yucatan Princess. You know, this one is a little bit more uncommon. But speaking of houseplants, let's go inside because they had these super cute Ficus shiverianas. They were $20, which I feel like wasn't a bad price considering each one had tons of growth points. They were small, but like I said, lots of growth points, so you can make it really bushy or compact if you want to kind of grow it out however you want. And I just love stepping into this greenhouse. It instantly makes me so happy because they have beautiful plants like this Alocasia Jacqueline, which was huge. It was massive. I'd never seen one so big, and it was only $99. I remember when tiny Alocasia Jacquelines or corms were more expensive than $99. So that just blew my mind, honestly. And oh, they had more. They had a lot more. I counted at least half a dozen here. So if you're looking for one, I would go ahead and get one of those. They also had some cute tiny Hoyas. This one just said assorted wax plant, but I think it was a crassipediolata, which I'd never seen in these little tiny Hoya pots before. And then some lipstick plants and peperomias. And looking at some Hoyas here, it doesn't look like it's anything that I haven't seen here before. Though this little flower was cute. I don't know what kind of plant this is, but I don't think it's a Hoya. I just really liked the flowers, so I hope you did too. But like I said, mostly common Hoyas. And then Alocasias. I like to admire them from afar. I still do not have the courage to buy more after I killed so many. But these Cupreas were only $18, which I feel like is a really great price. And lots of black velvets, of course. I feel like that is the most common Alocasia, followed probably by the Frydek and the Maharani. So lots of those. They still have the really big, beautiful silver dragons that I saw last time. And these Maharanis looked so nice. These leaves were huge. They were bigger than my hand. I was really tempted to get one, but I have two, so that wouldn't be necessary. They also had these dragon scales that looked so pretty in the afternoon sun. So I was really admiring how shiny they were. And these cute Alocasia Sabrinas for, I think that's at 16 or 18, something like that. I love the striped stems on them. They're super cute. And a bunch of pothos. They really have a lot of plants, rare or common. Speaking of a little bit more on the rare side, these Monstera esqueletos for $99, which, oh, was such a good price. I mean, look at that one. I wanted to take it home so badly, but 99 is just a little bit too much right now. Maybe later if they get more in. But more pothos. This philodendron bobsea, I remember they got these in a few months ago, and this must be the last remaining one, but that's okay. It's still cute. It's grown quite a lot. And squamiferums for, I think, $20. They had a couple of cute ones there. And some more of kind of the upright philodendrons and the trailing philodendrons, the Brazils, things like that. You know, common plants that you're going to see around at garden centers quite a bit. And then these cuties are philodendron Calkins Gold. They were $20 also. I actually really like the speckled pattern on them. I think they're a bit more pretty than the pink lady. I know that's a horrible thing to say. I also found this cute little sport variegation on this Micans, but I was looking around and I didn't see it on any of the other leaves on the stem, so I left it there. My heart skipped a beat for a second, but it wasn't anything special. This Birkin was looking really cute with the reverting leaf. And they had some philodendron silver swords. And this cutie right here, this Monstera siltepecana, I think it's honestly such an underrated Monstera. It was $42 for this giant specimen already up on a pole. They do fenestrate if you put them on a pole too. So I think they're worth it all the way around. Really easygoing. I have one that I recently put on a pole as well. These Rhaphidophora decursivas had some juvenile leaves, and these cute small monsteras if you prefer them to the big ones. And then these Syngonium Wendlandii were super cute for $15. Really nice little starter plant. I love how velvety the leaves are, even if I'm not a Syngonium fan. I did see this Syngonium on sale for $69 because it wasn't looking the best, but I mean, I feel like for $69, it's an okay rehab. You know, I think it'll just need some TLC and it'll be okay. Moving on, this is kind of the Calathea section, but they did have another one of this Syngonium for $99. It was a lot more full and bushy, so not on sale, but if you don't want to rehab a plant, there you go. Over here is more of the rehab section, the kind of clearance sale plants. They had a couple of black velvets for $16, some Syngoniums, just lots of different kinds of plants, excuse me. And here there were some variegated peace lilies for only $15. I remember when these were expensive. They came down really quickly in price, so really nice plant that is super affordable, though they're not pet friendly, so I try to avoid them. Over here is their rare plant section. There is this really cool anthurium that I was looking at. They have all sorts of plants over here. These philodendron splendids, even though I just got one for my birthday. This one was a melanochrysum. It was looking a little weird. Honestly, I thought it was a gloriosum, but hey, because these over here were melanochrysum too, and it just looks slightly different, but maybe it was just growing a different way. These were Syngonium Starlight for $40, which I felt like was a pretty good price based on what I've seen. I know they're a pretty popular Syngonium. And here was another anthurium. This one looked really cool. I'm not going to lie. I never heard of it before, and I was very tempted by it. And this one, which someday I will buy, $65. This version of the Villeneorum is so cute. Excuse me. It's so cute. And I just want to buy it every time I'm here. And it's still sitting here. I feel like it's been months now. And yeah. So they had these cute maymays. I think that's how you say it. They were looking really nice and full, even though they've been here for a while, for only $45. And this Alocasia clipeolata, I think, for $20. I don't know. It looks really cool. It almost looks like a green cuprea. And then these anthurium hybrids that are grown at Wild Roots Nursery, which I am still meaning to take you guys there, but I feel very fortunate that if I don't want to drive 2 hours away, that I can just get one of their anthurium hybrids here, because the nurseries work together, and I think that's super cool. And over here, they also had the cute Aglonema illumina, which I got here a while back, and I got one for my friend Jacqueline too. They kind of slowly release a cutting every once in a while. And then this interesting philodendron for $40. I don't know, looks a little weird, but sometimes the weird plants are the coolest, you know? And over here, they also had a few random things, little jade satin scindapsus. which was looking super cute. I don't know, they always have like little odds and ends of rare plants or uncommon plants. So it's really nice to just kind of look through and see what they have, because you never know what you'll find. It also looked like they had gotten a fresh shipment of these cute little pipers. These I think were 24. They were super cute. They were looking really healthy. And if you wanted one that was already up on a pole, they had those too for 38. They honestly looked to be about a similar size as the smaller ones. So you decide whether you want to buy a pole for it or not. I also love looking at their orchids. I have not gotten the courage to buy an orchid yet. I don't know. Are they difficult? Let me know, because I really like their blooms and I would love to own one. My husband really wants one as well. And I want to get one of these interesting ones, but I don't know. I haven't gotten the courage yet. Over here was also the snake plants and the ZZs, but they kind of bore me. I was about to leave and then I noticed these beautiful philodendron summer glories. I have a small one at home, which I'm not in love with, but I really like how big these are. And they were $82, which I feel like is not a bad price for such a giant plant. I remember people were paying so much more when they first came out. And then quickly I was going through the vegetables, because that's actually what I came here for today. I was being good, just buying veggies. So looking at some squash. They had eggplant, okra, spaghetti squash, butternut, you name it, they had it. So I grabbed a spaghetti squash here and put it in my cart and just kind of enjoyed looking at the rest of the outdoor section of the plant shop. Okay, we are back and I got a few things. There is a bay tree behind me. It's called a bay laurel, but we know them best as bay leaves, used in soups, all kinds of cooking. They're delicious and they're expensive, but it is not expensive to buy a tree. So that's what I did. And I got a couple other things as well. I got a spaghetti squash. It's got a couple of dead leaves at the bottom, but oh no, there were 3 plants in here, but one died. That's okay. There's actually 2 plants in here. I thought it was just 1, so that's pretty good. I got a lemon drop pepper because my seeds won't sprout, and I'm pretty excited about this one. It's very spicy, so my husband won't be eating it. It will just be me, but that's okay. It's okay. I got a dill because I needed another one, mostly for companion plant purposes, but you know, I'm gonna try to make some pickles this year as soon as my cucumbers are ready, so having lots of dill on hand will be nice, because if you don't know this, herbs are so much more expensive at the grocery store. So even if you have a small space and you only have room for an herb garden, I highly recommend it because you will save yourself so much money. So that's my little TED talk about herbs. I also got, for fun, because I have room, I got fairy tale pumpkins. It's not focusing. Kind of is. Don't focus on my face. Anyway, there's 3 in here. I was not paying attention today. I thought there was 2. So I was kind of paying attention. And then I got 2 of what I actually came for. Well, other than the dragon fruit, which they didn't have. But I got 2 butternut squash, because butternut squash are delicious and they have such a long shelf life, guys. I had one that my mom gave me because my mom started growing them and she has a huge yard. I'd love to show you guys her garden because it's my inspiration. But she grew them randomly one year just for fun, because she actually worked at a garden center and they were going to throw away a bunch of plants that didn't look great, and she was like, can I have them? And they were like, sure, otherwise they're going in the trash. So she took a bunch. She had never even tried butternut squash before, grew it. We took some home because she just had so many and it was too much for her and my dad, and we ate a few, and then we kind of forgot about one, and it sat on our shelf, not even in a refrigerator. It sat on our shelf from October to March, and we ate it in March, and it was perfectly fine. So yeah, if there's ever an apocalypse, I'm just growing squash because they can survive anything. So that's what I got. And another little ramble. I hope you guys are okay with that. But squash are underrated. Highly recommend. So that's everything I got today. There were so many houseplants that I wanted so bad, but it was like they were really good deals, but just expensive enough that I couldn't justify buying them right now. If maybe in a month or two they still have some, or they have new ones, they bring the big ring of fires back that they had in December, I would buy them. So if you're watching this, Tillery, keep the big plants. Big fan of the big plants. So yeah, it's always fun visiting Tillery. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribed if you liked it and liked following me along. I hope to see you guys in the next one.